been a heck of a week, don't you know? Don't you know? So you guys probably do know that I had been regularly making content for the last, 6 weeks or so. I was very proud of myself for. But then we ran into a little problem. Oh my gosh, I haven't had cane sauce in so long. Sometimes I have stuff in life where I just kind of I get to my end point, and I had a part in my car go out while I was traveling between two cities, a couple hours apart. My dash lit up like a Christmas tree, but it turned out to be alright. I actually had a little OBD2 reader, which you can plug into your car, and it will tell you whatever the codes are. I made it where I could keep an eye on the temperature of my inverter and stuff. It's definitely, my inverter coolant pump was going out intermittently. It wasn't totally failing, but when it had a really big demand, it would get sad. So then I got back to town. We just, we actually drove through the lights. It was all right, keeping an eye on the temperature. And I just did nothing. I just got back and I just parked my car in the garage. Well, it rained and my back hatch leaked a little bit too. And that's when I got overwhelmed. And so then I just parked my car in the garage. And every day I got up and was I'm gonna order the part today. I can't wait to get back to ASMR. I can't wait to, eat this, blah, blah, blah. And then I just did nothing. And then I added it to my cart from, the Toyota in Kansas. And then I added it to a cart from, a Toyota in New York. And then I just didn't check out. Thank goodness one of them sends reminders. If you make it all the way to the checkout page and you don't move forward, they use your email and they, send you a coupon code for shipping. So if you want a discount for shipping, that's how you get it. Thank goodness for that, because today I finally ordered the part, and yes, you do see me in the car. We got here safely. But I just want to apologize, because I just kind of stopped, I just stopped participating for a moment there, but that's okay. Sometimes I do that. And sometimes something will seem like it's stagnated for a long time. And it's never gonna actually make any kind of progress. And then you wake up one day 10 years later, and boom, progress happens. Okay, they got good chicken. See, I've been trying to make slim chickens happen for a long time. I don't know why. I just won't accept. Raising Cane's is clearly the winner here. Clearly the king. Clearly the 10 of 10 option. If you want to be happy. Absolutely unreal. It's so good. Oh, I love when that little fried bit is just perfect. Got that little crispity crunch. Little crispity. I do kind of wish I'd gotten coleslaw though. They got some dang good coleslaw. I've been thinking recently about how weird it is when something just sits in your life, not even because you're avoiding it, but because the timing is just not right. And then one day it suddenly is. This week I talked to my mom's fiance for the first time in 10 years. She passed away in 2016, and I never talked to him after the funeral. Never got a phone call, nothing. And then one day, 9 years later, a random Wednesday, I get a phone call. A missed phone call, but a phone call. I'm not even positive he meant to actually call me, but he did, and thus the door was open. And it just kind of made me really realize how much he loved my mom, because I always kind of questioned it a little. But I could hear it in his voice, and I recognize maybe there are years that we missed and opportunities that we missed to connect, but none of us were ready. Sometimes it takes time to evolve into being the person you need to be to face a situation. people think of life as kind of linear, but it's not. It's more like a maze where you come back and almost meet up on some of the areas you've already been to. They almost touch, but you kind of look at it with a different perspective, and so you may come back to the same thing 3, 4, 5 times in your life with growing and changing perspectives. And so maybe 10 or 15 years from now, you won't feel the way you feel now about a situation. And maybe that's good, that you've become self-individualized, self-actualized. And I mean, that's kind of the goal, isn't it? So not everything has to happen today. Not everything has to have a pretty bow, and sometimes it's not going to ever get fixed. But also, sometimes there will be a random reconnection, a forgiveness, a recognition of pain on everyone's behalf, and a space for knowing, for growing, and for claiming. You know, I was able to put words to things. I was raised in a way where, like, you weren't allowed to really, like, say how you felt. Like, you needed to dress nice, and you needed to smile, and you needed to laugh, and it was okay to gossip, but we're religious, and just, like, a lot of very confusing characteristics. And I was homeschooled, so, like, all of my external influences were controlled by my parents. So it wasn't until I was 18, 19 that I really even got to see any real pieces of the world. Like, I was clueless. Not only was I clueless, but I thought I knew. You know, like, I thought I knew better than other people what they were doing with their own lives. And if I've learned one thing with time, that isn't true. People are at different spots, and they're not always ready for the truth. They're not always ready to accept reality, but we gotta stop, like, pretending that our lives are something they're not. We gotta, like, face the truth, and, like, if something's hard, like, acknowledge it. Don't just try to erase it, because when you erase it, you kind of fragment yourself off into history, and then you get lost, and then you get sad, then you numb yourself with something, and the next thing you know, you're eating a lot of food, and you're wanting to drink, and it's just not a great way to live. You want to be authentic. You want to be able to speak who you are and what you feel. The biggest thing that I think people falter over is feeling like they're not qualified enough to make decisions in their own lives. And I promise you, you are qualified to make a decision about your identity. You are qualified to dress the way you want and to express the way you want. And you don't have to be a carbon copy of your parents and your grandparents just because they were there. Like, that's the cool part. You can go be you, do you. And this has been a soapbox with Patricia. Oh, this one's gonna be so good. That's some crunchy chicken. I love it. I don't think that means that nothing was happening all that time. I think it just takes some time for things to rise to the surface. Kind of like a seed. You plant it and you germinate it, and it takes 2-3 weeks before it pops up out of the soil. But that doesn't mean things weren't happening, like that you couldn't see underneath the soil. It took time. And we're kind of the same way. Become our better selves. Become our actual selves. Not what they want us to be. Maybe things are just, like, ripening. I've told you guys about this. Is that big satellite dish? Big satellite dish. Big satellite dish. Play. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I appreciate each and every one of you. We are quickly approaching 1,000 subscribers. I'm so excited. I'm going to do some kind of celebration, so stay tuned. Hit subscribe if you want to be notified about that. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Remember, you are important. You are loved, and you make a difference in the world. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.